How's it going, guys? And welcome back to Retrospect, your go-to retro gaming podcast. You're listening to episode 46. Today, we'll be talking about the most recent Nintendo Direct that happened just last week on Wednesday. This is the June 2023 Nintendo Direct. And joining me on the mics, as always, we have the Bishop of Bits and Pixels, Brandon Saltalamacchio. What's up, dude?
Hello, I'm doing good, man. Wow, that Nintendo Direct, I reckon that could have been one of the best in a long time, and I even put that on Twitter. A lot of people agreed, a lot of people disagreed.
Yeah, the consensus seems to be a little split here. I think it depends on how much you like Mario, and really if you have played Mario RPG, because that was like, those are the two like big announcements. So I don't know, I don't know where people fall in that camp. There was a ton of stuff though. There was a ton of like just random announcements that I did not expect to see or like hear about, and I was like, oh, that's a
me and Anthony. So Anthony was like, oh, do you want to just help me if the Nintendo Direct gets a little bit, out of hand? So I was like, yeah, I'll jump on. We'll take it together. And it was just like one after another, like bang bang. And I had the message in the group chat, like anybody around to help. Nobody was around, so me and Anthony had to handle that. So a couple things were like not late, but like a couple hours after announcement. But it was just
all hands on deck, just like sprinting, like they announced Mario RPG, we gotta go.
Yeah, and like we had to like stop some articles to like, because I think they announced maybe like Detective Pikachu, and then like right after was like Mario RPG. It was just stressful, man.
Wild, man. And then actually what's funny is Anthony and I were talking in the chat before this with Rob, and we were like, man, what could the SNES remaster be? And Anthony, I think we're both on that wavelength of being Super Mario RPG. I was like, I wanted a more like pixel focused one. But Rob what was Rob saying? He was thinking Earthbound. He was thinking
he went Earthbound.
Oh man, that would be sick. That'll be the next Direct where we get the Earthbound remaster, because that's coming. Awesome. That's coming. But before we actually jump into the Nintendo Direct really quick, I did want to mention real quick housekeeping. CardGamer.com is live.
It's live, so yeah.
It's out there in the wild. But last week we had just recorded right before it launched, and so it's up and running. And Brandon, anything you want to report back about how that's going to be going, or any posts you have coming up for that?
So the launch went incredibly smooth. Like traditionally, I just launch and kind of find bugs, and I was hoping, like for some reason, I'm like, I'm going to take off the whole day because I know there's going to be some bugs. So I launched at like 9 o'clock, and we were done by 11. Like flicking through all the bugs, getting things sorted.
Beautiful,
so, silky smooth launch. Very happy with how it's come out. We're getting a couple of the smaller independent card publications helping us out and stuff. So yeah, silky smooth, and now we're just on top of news and some cool features. So
heck yeah,
keep an eye.
Yeah, the site's beautiful. I think from doing our podcast with Jason about card games, and then also like looking at the site, I'm really interested in Achroma and Flesh and Blood. Like those two seem like right up my alley in terms of being able to jump in and play them, because they're not the card deck builders. I don't think they're just like single card battlers that you can play with people, and I'm like, that sounds kind of fun. That sounds kind of nice. They're
the two we're keen to kind of like not push heavily, but I think they're the ones where we want to like be like, hey, there's these new card games that you need to check out. They're really, really cool. If you like Magic the Gathering, you'll like Flesh and Blood. If you like Pokemon, you'll love the art style of Achroma. So that's kind of like the goal of the brand, to like keep you updated with the new stuff, but also inform you and educate you on the old as well.
Heck yeah. Well, exciting times, and yeah, it's beautiful. Congrats on the launch. Let's jump into all these announcements from the Nintendo Direct. So we had 40 minutes. They told us ahead of time from Nintendo of America. They're like, you guys got 40 minutes of game announcements, and we knew ahead of time that there was going to be an SNES remaster potentially that was leaked, and then I think we knew that there'd be Pikmin 4 stuff as well. So it was really, this is probably like the most unknown in terms of what they were going to be talking about. And I think they delivered. So this read comes from Adam Bankhurst at IGN. So shout out to them for putting up this just quick list of all the announcements. I was like, I always do that search after the Direct. I'm like, all the announcements from blank, and this was the first one that came up. Great SEO.
Oh, does that come up in a snippet?
Yeah, it starts with a snippet, and then you can click see more. So it shows the first like 7 announcements, and I'm like, there were more than that. We got to look. We got to look deeper. So this is okay. Well, hold on, real quick. Are you familiar with like H1s, H2s, like in like the SEO world? Okay, so I have a plugin on my Chrome extension called just like Detailed. I think I saw maybe one of your guys talking about it, and I installed that like 2 weeks ago. And it's great. I've used something else called Moz before, but this thing will scrape your site and it pulls out whatever you want from an SEO standpoint. And it has all the H2s canonicalized. So I can just see like top to bottom what it looks like. And so I just grabbed all the H2s and dropped those in here like this.
Oh, man, you're showing your expertise now, man.
I was like, yes, good. SEO pays off a little bit. I know how to use this. Anyways, so I'm going to read through these, and then we'll come back to some of the ones that we thought were the best. So, and this is not in order, so forgive me. This is how IGN had it. So we're just going to kind of go through how they had it listed out. So Super Mario Bros. Wonder, a brand new 2D Mario revealed. Super Mario RPG remake announced for 2023. So it's coming out like this fall, I believe, which is insane. Detective Pikachu 2 coming, and it's going to be out in October, so another late fall release. Metal Gear Solid Collection Volume 1 confirmed for Switch. WarioWare Move It, the sequel to the WarioWare games, the next one in that line, will bring the micro game party to Switch this November. We have new Pikmin 4. That's going to be, we just got some more details, gameplay stuff for that. HD versions of Pikmin 1 and 2. So for those who have not played, they can kind of get caught up now on the Switch because all 4 of the games will be on the Switch at this point. Pikmin 3 is a standalone game. You got Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, the new DLC that they talked about. We have Mario Kart 8 Deluxe track that got released, they showed some new characters with that as well. We have Luigi's Mansion, Dark Moon Remaster got announced, Vampire Survivors, Dragon Quest Monsters, The Dark Prince, Sonic Superstars, Batman Arkham Trilogy, Star Ocean Second Story R, Myth Force, Mario Plus Dragons, Sparks of Hope, Mario Plus Rabbids, Sparks of Hope, The Last Spark Hunter, Splatoon 3's Next Splatfest, Palia, Penny's Big Breakaway, Fae Farm, Silent Hope, Headbangers Rhythm Royale, Gloomhaven, Manic Mechanics, and Hot Wheels Unleashed 2.
Damn.
Wow.
Oh, they released Hot Wheels Unleashed 2. I did not see that one.
Yeah,
I bought
October.
the first one.
Comes out October. Yeah, I remember people loved it. I got it on PlayStation 5, I think, when they released it for PS Plus. And yeah, it's a great racer. It's a great racer. Not as good as Mario Kart, but it's pretty good. Pretty good. So yeah, man. Any like announcements in this direct that just totally spoke to you, or anything you just were like super hyped about?
Yeah, we need to jump straight in with the big boy, don't we? Like the Super Mario RPG, a remake that I don't think many people would have expected. But they showed off probably a solid minute of gameplay, and I think they've done a cracking job. Like Mario looks like, like chubby Pikachu style, like he's a bit thick. He's not too far off the ground, probably like an inch or two. But it just looks incredible, and I think it's a really good game to remake because the original Super Mario RPG is actually really in depth as well. So I think this is going to be a good new way to play Mario.
Yeah, and for any of those that aren't familiar with the game, I think it's on NSO, right? We were talking about this, I think, in the chat. I believe you can play the original on NSO. If not, you can play it on the SNES Classic as well, the little collection that they released not too long ago with the actual hardware. Have you played Mario, the original one?
Only a little bit, through emulators and stuff, but I wouldn't say I've put any more than an hour or two into it.
So I remember renting this from Blockbuster back in the day. And we played this, and I don't know how far we got. I watched my brother play most of it, but I remember just loving the art style, loving the music, and the concept of like these timed battles that kind of carried all the way into the Paper Mario series and any sort of future. Well, they kind of dropped that timed mechanic down the road, but still, I love this game, and I replayed it just last year actually, and actually beat it. And I actually did it without using any like save states or any sort of like rewind stuff. Pretty proud of myself. But I did follow a guide to get like these really just like cracked out weapons. Like you can
Mm-hmm.
get like upgrades that make Mario and the gang way stronger. And I followed that guide, and I was like, all right, cool. I feel like I'm doing this right. But yeah,
Beautiful.
I'm really excited. The art style I'm not keen on, only because I like the sort of the pixelated look. And I think before I was telling Anthony, I was like, if they did an HD 2D art style, I'd be all in.
Okay, yeah.
And this is like a a Pixar-ish Mario 3D Mario look, where it's the top-down isometric view again, just like the original.
So
And
you,
it's
so you would have preferred something a bit like Octopath Traveler, like that kind of vibe, hey? Yeah, that would have
yeah,
looked pretty sick, actually.
little more colorful, because
Yeah.
Octopath kind of has a lot more shadows. But like if they kept just like the same art style but up-resed it and gave it that like 2D, 3D, HD movement situation, I think it'd be really cool. But nonetheless, I am very excited about this. It's going to be great. I'm going to buy it day one for sure. I'll be playing it on and off because it's one of those ones you can kind of pop in and out of too. It's not like you need to just crush through this if you don't want to. Like you can just kind of play it and do what you want.
Yeah, I think it's going to be quite a cozy game, isn't it? You know,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
The opposite of that is their other announcement of Super Mario Bros. Wonder. Man, it's almost like they've just chucked ecstasy on a Super Mario Bros. Game and they're just gone, fuck it, let's see what happens. Let's put elephants in there. Let's put like flying birds in like tubes that move. Damn.
I had the exact same thought. I was like, I love this. I was like, but this is truly like they just did acid and they're like, let's just see what happens when we design a Mario game around this idea. Like,
yeah,
it just like everything looks so different and so weird. Like you're in a dream, like kind of it's this like wonderful Alice in Wonderland kind of situation. Like just things are stretching out and yeah, you're turning into different animals and flowers are talking to you. It's like, what is happening?
Like, you don't want to be smoking anything while playing this. I know there's going to be like tons of Twitch streamers doing that, but damn, you don't need it. You do not need it.
They got stars and all kinds of stuff. You're hunting down little purple stars. I don't even know what's going on.
And
but
I'm impressed that like the game designers came up with something unique for such a plain level builder. Like they might have been on acid or something to come up with that idea, but fair play. Like they've not revolutionized, but they've definitely added some kind of innovation to a plain Mario style.
I was honestly, you saying that, I was like, I was really not expecting to see 2D Mario again. I know that was probably dumb, but I was just like, yeah, I don't know how much appeal there is for a 2D Mario anymore. Like now that they have Mario Maker 2, you can have any iteration of Mario that you want, really, and they play almost all the same. But this one really does actually bring in a new concept or a new idea that makes it something worth playing again. It's like, oh, this is 2D Mario, but you can turn into an elephant, and you have flowers that talk to you. And one thing we should talk about is the art style. What'd you think about the art style in this?
Yeah, I guess it's similar enough to attract everyone, but different to a point where I think veterans will want to dive in.
Yeah, it almost has like a stop motion / like cartoon, like manga style to it. Like Mario, like they all look really good. I love this art style. Like between this and Mario RPG, like I'm all in on Wonder's art style. RPG, as you know, not as much into, but like this looks so good. It's just very painterly. Like Mario has like his nose looks a little bit different. All his animations are a lot more just souped up, and like he's doing stuff like when he crouches, he like pulls his hat over his head, and you can kind of see that now. And it looks just like he does in like Paper Mario. I saw someone comparing those two screenshots, and he's like pulling his hat down, and I was like,
yeah,
looks
more subtle animations everywhere, isn't there? Like he can even grind rails now. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah.
Like I think someone put like Sonic's gonna be pissed because now Mario's grinding rails.
The Sega team saw this and like, dang it, son of it.
I'm excited for it. I think it's gonna sell really, really well.
I think so too. I hope so. I think if this is the new direction they go with Mario, even if they don't do like the Wonder thing again, but they kind of keep on iterating on art style and just maybe like the look of it, I think you have a lot more longevity. Because I was getting real tired of that new Super Mario Bros. Look. Like that was the worst. I hated that.
Yeah,
I hated that.
I hope as well they make the first few levels quite introductory. I think a load of kids are going to grab this, and I don't want it to be like too much for them. Like, what the fuck? This tree's moving, this tube's like worming, and the elephant is like flying. What the hell?
What is this game?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, kids will keep up, no problem. It'll be us that's going to have to keep up. We're going to be like,
I think
this isn't the Mario I know.
Yeah.
I mean, but I think they designed this game, I think, already with that in mind, because, like, you know, they have the 4 or 8 like purple little collectibles. I don't know what those are yet, but they show him at the end of the level where he like it shows how many he collected out of the level, and he only had like 3 or 4. So for the people that like really want challenge, there's always that collectible side of it where you can chase those things down. But for the folks that just want to get through the level, it looks like you can just do that if you want to as well. So I don't know.
I feel sorry for Emma, our guides writer. All of these Mario games coming out. There's going to be some crazy in-depth levels and shortcuts and goodies to find in both RPG and Wonder. I think Wonder's out. They're saying here October the 20th, and you can pre-order today as well.
You can pre-order today. Yeah, well, I'm really excited about it. It's going to be great.
Me too.
All right, so what else on here? What else on here kind of jumped out to you?
You like to move it. You got to move it. That my WarioWare, like I saw it and I was like, oh no, dude, this is a pile of crap. And then they were showing all the mini games and I was like, oh my god, like this 200 games, man. I'm like, whoa, sign me up. Like it's like that very like, you know, Japanese fun game show Takeshi's Castle vibe. You know, yeah. I like that. I don't know if it's going to be worth 60 quid if it's coming out full like price, but
dude, maybe 70 quid now.
Damn,
Nintendo priced Zelda at $70. So
they didn't they?
This could be the direction they're going. $70 from here on out. Who knows? We'll find out soon, I guess, with Pikmin 4. I need to check the eShop. I'm already certain that there's probably prices on that stuff. Let me let me do a quick search. But yeah, I feel like this is the first WarioWare game in a while where I've been like, okay, yeah, I can see myself playing this.
When was the last one? 3DS.
3DS. They released a WarioWare game, I think, on Switch actually.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, let me see. WarioWare Switch. So they have WarioWare Get It Together on Switch. Right. And now they have WarioWare Move It. And that one's priced at $50 actually. So at least in the US. So you might be all right. You might be all right actually. And then Pikmin 4. Let's just see what they're pricing that at because I'm curious now. Pikmin 4 price.
That'll be full blown £70, won't it?
$60. Oh wait, ooh. Wait. It says regular price $69.99, but it's $59.99. They're like marking it down or whatever. I don't know.
Sure.
So we're okay. Maybe that one's still $60. So, but yeah,
what tickled your fancy?
I am actually really excited about the Dark Moon remaster, Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon. Did you ever play that on 3DS?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, so I loved that game. I don't know if I actually ever finished it. No, I'm pretty sure I did. But I remember that was one that got a ton of great reviews. And I was like, oh, okay, I should check this out. And yeah, it was like they kind of, whatever was in the newest one, Luigi's Mansion 3 on Switch, a lot of the design principles, I feel like, from Dark Moon were brought over to the one on Switch. You have just a lot more game mechanics, a lot more like it's more level based. So you're bouncing to the different mansions, and they all have like different themes. And there's a lot more like upgrades you can put into Luigi's pack and his gear. So yeah, I think Dark Moon's a great port. It is kind of wild though. This is not our first 3DS game that's been brought over, but it's maybe it might be, but. Knowing that they were able to bring this over does give me some hope with some other stuff that could come down the line.
I've got a funny feeling like Nintendo's trying to do some Luigi now after the movie. Like I don't know if there's going to be like a TV show or something, but I feel like they're really pushing Luigi recently. And you know, with this port and there's something Luigi's coming. I can feel it. And I don't know if it's going to be maybe a separate movie, or you know, maybe they're going to launch a new game just for him as well, alongside you know the ports and something, dude. I'm feeling Luigi.
I would love it, man. We had the year of Luigi. Let's bring it back. Let's make something else. The week of Luigi or something like that.
Yeah.
How do you feel about this Mario Kart 8 DLC stuff? How do you feel about that?
You know what? That went right over my head. You know, they're really hanging on to Mario Kart 8. They're trying to push it.
Please stop.
Yeah.
Please,
just stop.
Make the new Mario Kart. I'm tired of this one. We've had it for like so long. It's been out like almost 10 years, right? Like, how long have we had this Mario Kart now?
I'm looking at it now. Mario Kart 8 release date.
Oh
my God. 29th of May, 2014. That's disgusting. That is a shambles.
It's over, man.
Yeah.
I don't want to play this game anymore. We've had it for 9 years. I was 21 when that came out. All right. I was 21 when they.
Oh, damn. You're basically a teenager.
I was just able to play Mario Kart. Okay. I don't want to play this game anymore. Okay. Like, as cool as it is that they're adding more tracks that look like a lot of fun, and you got some new characters in there, it's like, it doesn't feel different. Like, every time I like play a new character or I play a new map, I'm like, yep, this is Mario Kart. Like, this is the same Mario Kart we've had for forever.
Yeah, they need to sort their shit out on that one and just release it. You know, we all know you're working on it. You know, just tease something. And
I mean, if you're a fan of racing games, maybe you love it. But are you like a huge fan of like Mario Kart at this point?
Like, I'll play it with family. You know, we play it with our nieces over Christmas. We'll all go online and play it. But it's not one I go, you know what? I'm going to shake the dust off my cartridge and I'm going to go download all the updates, play it again just for a new map. No, we're done.
You heard it here, folks. We're done. I mean, like, I didn't feel this way with Smash Bros. Ultimate. I don't know why. Because Ultimate was kind of just a reskin, it felt like, of Smash 4 Wii U. But for whatever reason, when they had those DLC packs for the characters coming out, I was like, hell yeah, I'm all in. Because I love Smash Bros. I love Mario Kart too. I really do. But for whatever reason, those DLC announcements for the characters got me way hype, and I was excited to jump in. Actually, I take that back. I wasn't that hyped for some of the character announcements. There were some that came out where I was like, oh, Kazuya, okay, yeah. I'm not a big fighting guy, so sure. You know, Terry, I was like, all right, yeah, Terry, great. I don't know who that is really. Like, I know who that is, but like, I don't have a connection to that character. So yeah,
I wonder if they're struggling to reinvent it. But then again, we've seen what they did with Super Mario Bros. Wonder. You know, they've got the skill to reinvent these games if need be. But Mario Kart 7 came out in 2011, so there's only 3 years between 7 and 8, and now we're knocking on 10. Something's up.
They're waiting. They're waiting for.
Do you reckon they're waiting for
launch.
the next Switch? Maybe.
Oh, I'm sure, dude.
Yeah.
They knew. Honestly, that's probably what's happening. Is they're like, look, we can't release this Mario Kart yet. Like, graphically, whatever we're trying to do in here is not going to work on the Switch anymore. He's like, we got to do it in the new system. It's going to be a system seller for sure, because Mario Kart is a system seller. Like, anyone that gets a Switch typically has Mario Kart. So I think, yeah, that's got to be what it is. Like, they're like, let's just make some DLC, just keep drip feeding people just to keep them like sort of happy. And then as soon as the new Switch 2 comes out, boom, Mario Kart 10. Or whatever you want to call this. Mario Kart 9, 9.5, 10, whatever they're on now. Yeah. Let's see what else. I'm excited about Gloomhaven. I'm not going to probably pick that up, but I love that board game is getting, you know, the game version ported over to Switch. It's been on PC for a while, but if you ever want to check out Gloomhaven, which is like one of the best board games of all time, but incredibly complex, and there's a ton of parts. So if you don't want to deal with all the setup and tear down and all the rules, this game takes care of it for you. So just check it out there.
Easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we had some big Pokemon announcements as well, didn't we? We had the Scarlet and Violet Hidden Treasure DLC, which I'm actually interested in. The first one, oh god, I can't remember which one it was. The mask one doesn't look too good because it's all about like, you know, the festival of night or something. You've got like 3 weird Pokemon. Like, one's like a cat the size of a gorilla. The other is like a peacock that you can just kick. And I can't even remember the other one.
Sounds great.
It's like a fucking monkey or something. They look all right. But the next one where you're in like I forgot, like what do you call it? Like a big bird. See, now I need to read Rob's article, but it's like a huge biome, and you're kind of in it. It reminds me of the Pokemon Safari, that kind of style, and you get the Tortuga legendary Pokemon as well. So I think they're going to be cool. Nothing we haven't seen by the looks of things, just new areas, new Pokemon.
Yeah, I texted my friend who's a huge Pokemon guy. Sorry, I was looking for this on my text, and I was like, hey, any thoughts on the new Pokemon stuff? And he's like, not really. Just showed more shots and gave us a peek at more Pokemon they're bringing back. Nothing new, though. And I was like, oh, okay. So, like, for a guy who's, like, a huge Pokemon fan, he was just like, yeah.
I feel like they're really struggling with Pokemon recently. Like, I'll admit, Pokemon Legends Arceus was pretty cool, where they kind of changed up the play style. But the mainline games, there's just something where you're like, with like the whole, I think we made a podcast episode on the poor graphical advancements of the new game.
Mm-hmm.
I just think they're struggling with it at the moment. I think Game Freak are slightly over their head, but
I mean, the DLC is great, but I think rather than DLC, I would have preferred like a huge patch that like made that game just look awesome and run well. It's like that would be more exciting because then I'd be like, oh, it like works better now. I'm gonna go back in and finish that up
or something. Yeah,
finish that up because now it looks good.
I'd love to see the percentage of people who complete that game. I think it's very low.
The stats are out there. The stats, I'm sure someone has started collecting that data because they have that for all online consoles, at least PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and PC, they can see how many players have actually like completed the games because they have the trophies or like the stuff to tell people that they've actually done the thing they're supposed to do. And like, it's such a small percentage of people that have like completed
like
a ton
single
of games.
digits.
I mean, for Pokemon, I don't know, but like a lot of games, I forget what the most recent example was. It was a big AAA release that people were excited about, and it was like only 20% of players have beaten the game, and it's like, oh, that's sad.
Damn.
Yep. But that's modern gaming for you, baby. We don't finish anything. We just buy the game and move on to the next thing.
Too much choice, honestly. Like, Diablo, I've put 6 hours into it, haven't gone back to it because there's just things coming up left, right, and center. And I love Diablo, man.
I tried playing last night. I played like 2 nights ago. I played for like 2 hours. And that, again, you have to play that game with people. We should play sometime. Are you on PS5 or are you on Xbox?
I'm on PS5.
Yeah, we should play it. We should do some dungeon crawling on PS5. We should. It's just so much more fun with people, but by yourself, it's not as fun. I tried just doing like a few dungeons, and I was like, "This is what am I doing?"
Yay, a gold sword.
Yeah, and like every story is the same. It's like, there's a rot over here. We need to go and kill it. Follow me, and you just follow the guy, and then you just fight a million bloody, gross monsters. And it's like, well, that wasn't quite what I wanted to see, but thanks for your help anyways. And then mission's over. Level up. Thanks.
Much. Good accent as well. Good accent.
Thank you. I was mimicking the first guy you meet in that game. He has a super low voice. He's like from Game of Thrones. I forget his name right now, but he has an amazing voice. Mm-hmm. But yeah, like going back to the Direct, I don't think there was much else that like really got me like super hyped up. Like I think Star Ocean's gonna be cool. Vampire Survivors, I saw you have that highlighted. Great game.
That they took their time bringing it to Switch, but it's like a superb game, like incredibly affordable, and you can stick a good amount of hours into there. So fully
easy to
recommend.
Just jump in and out of too. Just try a few runs and be like, okay, I'm done for the day. And it's great. Yeah, if you haven't played that yet, Switch is a great way to play it. I would imagine because it is
co-op as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's cool.
I haven't tried the co-op function yet. That sounds actually pretty cool. I'm gonna check that out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, and then one last thing. So Penny's Big Breakaway. I don't know if you caught this.
What is that?
It looks like the evolution of like a 3D platformer from like the 90s. So it's akin to, I would say, like a Spyro or maybe like closer to like Ukulele, the more like recent ports, like those 3D platformer styles.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think that could be like a good little sleeper hit. I don't know I don't know who's developing it. It looks like a smaller studio, but I like the idea. You have a yo-yo, and like that helps you platform. You can like throw it up in the air, and it hangs there, and then you swing off of it and stuff. And yeah, it looks like a good harkening back to the old 3D platformer days. So
yeah, I'm looking at the trailer now. It's got very much like Spyro, Sonic the Hedgehog vibes. Lots of tools to use. Running around. That yo-yo is pretty cool. And like, big up to anyone trying to like create new big characters on these new consoles, because there's just so much competition, and every single way of playing a game has pretty much been done on these typical 3D platformers. But what I'm seeing here, there's some cool new ways of doing stuff. So
yeah,
big up to them. I can't see who's developed it, but yeah, big up to Penny's Big Breakaway.
Penny's Big Breakaway. But before we close out, I did want to actually was anything missing from this direct? Anything that you were like, dang, I wish we could have heard more about this, or they would have had something for this game? Because for me, my first thought was, no Metroid Prime 4. That was the only thing that was like majorly missing for me. I was like, dang, that would have been cool. That would have been cool to get an update at least, because that game's, I don't know when they announced that game, but it's been a long time as well.
Do you think they're leaving that for the next Switch? Just come in with some big hitters?
It could be at this point, because they announced that at E3 2017. So it's been 6 years, but I think they restarted in 2019. So, I mean, who knows? Games take a long time to develop now. So if they restarted truly in 2019, then, it's only been really in development for 4 years. So I don't know. That, and maybe like, I guess because we had the 2 Mario RPG and we had the other one, maybe they're saving the new 3D Mario successor as well for the next Switch, because we have Mario Odyssey that came out, I think, almost right when the Switch launched. I think October of 2017. So it's also been about 6 years since we've seen the next 3D Mario. And I was honestly expecting sort of like a Galaxy 1 and Galaxy 2 situation, where they just kind of had that one and they released Galaxy 2, and they're both great games. I was like, yeah, Odyssey 1, Odyssey 2, sure, let's do that. And we haven't gotten it yet. So I don't know. But
time will tell.
Yes, time will tell. But overall, I thought this was a great direct. This is one of the best ones I've had in a long time. Really cool stuff, because they had that direct a month ago, and it was a little bit lackluster. There wasn't as much shown in that one, but this one I feel like
we've had a few recently. We're just like, do I even need to like watch this live anymore? And then me and Anthony were like, we probably should. And then it just like an uppercut straight to the gonads.
In a good way. In a
good way. Like, yeah, that's the spot.
No. All right, man. Well, yeah. So, listeners, if you watched the Nintendo Direct, let us know what your favorite announcements were. We'd love to hear you. But before we close out, I want to know, Brandon, what are you playing, or what have you been up to?
Now's the time to use that little soundboard that you've got on.
Whoa! What are you playing? What are you playing? There you go.
Yeah, I like that. I dig it.
Wow.
It's going to be a little bit lackluster because I'm playing with this tiny little thing. It's called the RG Nano. Just finished the full video review this morning, so that will be up for you all to consume right now. I'm digging it, man. Like, these little handhelds, I love them. People like to hate on them, but I just think they're just an all-round cool little device to give to anyone. You could give it to a kid probably 6 and up. You could give it to a retro enthusiast, and they do the job up to PlayStation 1. So $65. That's what I've been messing around with.
$65 is a little steep for that size, but I love that size. Like, that is something that is a conversation starter. You whip that thing out anywhere, and people are like, "What is that?" And you're like, "Oh, this." It's just a little powerful Game Boy. It's
the Ambernic RG Nano, 64 megabytes of RAM, 1 gig.
Oh, me? Yeah, this is the RG Nano. I'm just playing this right now on my commute to work. I'm going to go take a dookie and bring my RG Nano with me so I can play in the bathroom.
That's brilliant. Oh,
just
man,
throw
I
it in
need
my
to get you to do a
pocket.
review. Yeah.
I mean, honestly, it's a cool size. I do like the
There's
size of that
there's a shot right in the video. For all of you watching, watch the first 30 seconds of the review because I put it in my mouth and I just pull it out of my. Dude, this can fit in my mouth. So for all of you listening on Spotify, you're about to miss out because I'm about to deep throat an RG Nano live on YouTube. This thing can literally fit in my mouth. And this is going to put my new Shure microphone to the test, baby.
No.
Right, I need to prep myself.
Please, no. Please stop.
This is going down. Hopefully it's off. This could blow up in my mouth. Imagine that. That'll pull in some views, wouldn't it?
Please don't do that. Please don't hurt yourself. No. Stop. Oh, my God.
That went right in, man. Woo! That's how I'm going to talk to ladies, and I just pull it out my mouth. Like, the RG Nano, 64 megabytes of RAM, 1.2 gigahertz. Woo! Oh, my God.
Oh, shit.
Probably the first handheld that I've put in my mouth. So there we go. It's the first time for everything, man.
Is that in the review? Please tell me that's in the review. It
Dude,
fit
first
in your mouth.
30 seconds, man, yeah.
Oh, my God. I don't like that you made that barf noise at the end.
God. Yeah, it's like 3 inches, so that's gagging territory.
Oh, stop! Dude, I love the idea of you just having that in your mouth, like waiting for someone to talk to you. Oh, what's up? This is
what's this?
This is how'd that get there?
Oh God!
Oh, dude, my abs hurt. That is.
What a way to round off the pod, man.
That is a great way to end the pod. Oh, man. So I don't even know if I want to tell people what I've been up to after that. That's just such a good way to end. I've just been packing. I've just been playing Tetris, but in real life, and it's zero fun. So my house is a disaster. There's just boxes everywhere.
But you putting your Tetris skills to use, though, man. You could save yourself a few boxes.
Gosh, dude. I mean, like, truly, the kitchen, we just finished the kitchen like this week, and the kitchen is a nightmare. The kitchen is a terrible time. So I'm glad we got that out of the way, but now I'm just avoiding the basement. There's just so much crap down there. There's just so much stuff, Brandon. Yeah. It's gonna be a bad time.
We don't really have basements here in the UK. We have attics. We have like up in the loft. That's similar. You just launch everything up there.
We got both, baby. We got basements and attics.
You buy one, you get one free.
I wish. So you pay a lot for it. You pay a lot for that shit. Oh man, dude, that got me good.
You need to turn that into a short, man.
I got a few shorts I can work with here. All right. Well, folks, that is all the time we had this week. Again, let us know what some of your favorite announcements were from the Direct. We'd love to hear that. Let us know what was missing. What were you looking forward to that you didn't find? You can write into Retrospect at retrododo.com or just shoot us a note on YouTube or any of your preferred listening channels. Brandon, where can folks find you on the internet before we close out?
Retro_Dodo.
Everywhere. Mm-hmm. And for me, it's BitBlogist, BITBLOGGIST. And until then, we'll catch you in the next episode.